It's the Archivist, y'all, exclusively interviewing Mark Battles.
Yeah.
And who is Indiana's Mark Battles?
Well, from my perspective, I think it's a pretty chill guy, just a hard worker. Somebody that's just really focused on doing a lot of things that haven't been done yet, musically and just around the world. I got a plan and I got a vision, I want to capture, really get hold of a lot of things through music. So this is the beginning to some people, but me, I'm 9 years in. Feel like a vet already.
And what got you started? You're influenced by Big Punisher, Tupac, Jay-Z, Eminem, LL Cool J, DMX, and Drizzy Drake.
Yeah. Well, what got me started? It's a couple things. It's not just one thing, but I would say mainly what got me started was Biggie's Life After Death CD. I heard that, and although I didn't understand a lot of the things he was saying, I was just taken away by all of the storytelling and the way he could just create such an image with his words, and it blew me away. And I remember a funny story with it. I think I'm like 13 years old, and me and my sister got into an argument. It's my older sister, and she knew how much I loved that CD, and she came in my room, took the CD out the radio. We had like little stereos back then. Took the CD out the radio, threw it on the floor, and stomped on it. Crushed my Life After Death CD. I literally cried for like 2 hours, and then it was just like my mom was like, my mom was upset with her, but she was trying to figure out why I was so emotional about it. And then that's when even at a young age, I understood the impact of music. After that, I was like, man, I'm really attached to this CD, and it barely even applies to my life, but it just shows you how powerful music can be. And that's what made me want to be a rapper, was that CD.
And the inspiration reaches the stars. Wiz Khalifa, Lil Wayne, and Mac Miller.
Right.
What else motivates you?
Right. My family, my friends, just feeling like I can be the person that can not only change my life and my family's life, but a lot of the people around me, and I can help contribute to a lot of careers, not only in music, but if I can refer you to somebody I meet from being who I am or who I may become, that can start you off in the film industry or, in fashion, just being responsible or having a hand in somebody becoming the person they want to be. That's what's important to me. That's what inspires me.
And the start is fierce. Your challenges in regular jobs that you did to come up, and how did you face these?
I think it was a tad different than most people because I'm one of the only artists, like I listen to interviews and I've talked to a lot of artists personally. I never came across a time where I doubted it. It's not like knocking anybody else, but I just always felt like this was what I was supposed to do once I started. So even at my worst, even when I was at the bottom, when it was really just, when I didn't have no food to eat, no place to stay, it was never a time where I felt like I'm about to give up. It never crossed my mind. It always felt like, okay, get through this, because at the end of it, your life is going to be like this. And that's how I always looked at it. So I was just motivated, and my motivation goes beyond, hard work, because that's just one step. It's like I was motivated to prove everybody wrong and to prove the people that supported me right. So it's never been a time where I didn't feel like it was going to be something that I was going to be able to accomplish. So it's a tad different than a lot of people, because some people feel like my back's against the wall, like, oh, should I give up? What should I do? I never experienced that. If my back was against the wall, it was more or less like, okay, your back's against the wall right now, get through this, because later it's going to be a lovely life.
And starting in the game in 2005, Good Morning America. How did it go when you started out?
I started young. 2005, when I started in music, I was 14, and creating music, creating albums, and I went through high school selling CDs, getting them packaged up and selling them in my school and stuff. But then once it was time to really get things going, and I started to understand the way that the music industry worked, you know, I was working on Good Morning America, and Good Morning America, it means a lot to me because when I think of the project, I don't think of it musically. I think of the time period it represented, and if you listen to the music, it's a lot of pain in it. You know, it's a lot of struggle in it, and it's because it was probably the worst time of my life. I didn't have a place to live at the time. I was living in the studio, and the benefit from that is you get to record. So, you know, I'm living in the studio and I'm struggling. Me and my girl, like, we can barely afford to eat some days, but I'm creating this music, and the music is what was giving me hope. So you listen to Good Morning America, it started everything for me. It's real passionate. The music is real raw. I was still trying to find myself, but the pain in it is real. It's genuine pain. The stories in it are real. So, you know, that mixtape will always be dear to me.
And then a series called Saturday School.
Mm-hmm.
Over 100K in views for the tapes.
Right.
The masses are talking. Best moment to come out of these.
Yeah. Saturday School is everything. You know, you think Mark Battles, you think Saturday School, and probably, you know, Good Morning America also. But you mostly think Saturday School because it happened during a transition time. You know, when Good Morning America and Walking Distance came out, it was more or less like me trying to find a fan base, me trying to find people to listen to me. Once Saturday School Part 1 came out, I already had like an initial fan base, and I had people waiting on it. And this was the first time in my life where I was creating a project, and I knew that there were thousands of people waiting to hear it. So you create it with less stress, and you have more creative freedom. Because when you're creating it and you're thinking, I might be the only person that's going to listen to this, you're pressured to kind of conform to the other trends in music. You know, it's like, man, I got to get people listening to this, so maybe I need to do a Lil Wayne type of song or a Drake type of song, you know, because I want people to like it. I want people to like it. Oh my gosh, and you're panicking. But once you got people waiting on it, and you got fans that love you for the work that you create already, you can create the music and you can establish the sound in a more genuine way. So when Saturday School Part 1 came out, I was so excited because, like, this is me. Oh, I'm on here putting freestyles. It's 3 minutes long on here, and people gonna love it. You know, I'm going against the norm with the songs. I'm jumping on other people's beats and making full songs on them, jumping on mine, and doing whatever I wanted. And it was just fun. The creative process behind it was fun, and in selecting the songs, because I recorded like 50 songs before I made it. So selecting the songs for Saturday School Part 1 also was fun.
And the brand, Fly America. Yeah. It's official. Fly or die. Yeah. Let's hear about it. Why did you choose the name, and how's the grind?
Well, you know, we chose the name back in 2011. It was me, DJ Young One, and my assistant, Brittany. We was really just trying to come up with something that wouldn't contradict what we stood for, and also that kind of represented what my first debut mixtape was going to be, which is Good Morning America. So Good Morning America, the name was around, you know, probably 8 months before the actual mixtape came out, or before we even started the mixtape. So we was like, okay, I got this mixtape, Good Morning America. And then I was kind of going through a point where I didn't know what to do, so I was just trying different things, and every time I was on camera, I would say, hey, America, like I was speaking to the whole country, like, you know, just trying to big myself up. So I was like, I'm always saying this and that, and, you know, it's a place I live in. Also, we wanted something that'll look good on clothes and sound good. So as simple as that sounds, you know, that's how we decided to go with Fly America.
And Walking Distance, 100,000 downloads. Ooh. Collab tape with King Los.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Right.
And sponsored by True Religion.
Yeah.
I'm Aware Now, and copping a whip, just like Hobson.
Right. Okay, doing your homework on that one. Yeah, we were sponsored by True Religion for like 3 weeks. It went well. You know, they sent us a lot of stuff. It was dope. Sent us a lot of clothes. You know, we were also sponsored by Diamond when they first started out. They sent us like 20 boxes of clothes. And I'm going to put this on the record now. Like, I didn't like it that much, so I didn't really wear it. And then like 6 months later, Diamond blew up. And we had all these boxes, and now we're like, okay, send us the new stuff. And they're like, no, You didn't give us no pictures or nothing. We was like, oh man, we lost one on this one. Right. So no, it is. But yeah, with the card, it's crazy. Yeah. I got mine's like a week before Hobson. So like I saw Hobson post his Challenger on there, and his is crazier than mine. So it was like he was trying to get one up on me. I tweeted him about it. He didn't respond to the tweet, so I'm like, maybe he did see it and get inspired, But yeah, shout out to Dodge. The Challenger is nice. I don't know too much about cars, but people like it, so
And Castle Walls track on the Midwest Leak Mag,
Right.
6 double-digit upload views.
Uh-huh.
You met Future, Travis Porter.
Right.
Who else you're really pushing?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you said it right there. You said a lot of it. We met a lot of people. I've came across a lot of artists, of course, J. Cole, met him. Had a nice conversation with him. And then the artists I work with, Currency, Wale, French Montana. I mean, I pretty much met everybody. But as far as having a relationship, you can meet people, be around them every now and then, but it's not, it's not like you really know those guys until you can sit down or work with them and pick their brain on a few things. So I met a lot of people, but I know few, and I like to keep it that way.
And collabs, Lola Monroe, Currency, Dizzy Wright, French Montana, pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
That is a great choice.
Right.
And who's next?
Who's next? We got a song with Wale coming out real soon. We was gonna shoot the video in December, but as you know, I'm on this tour, so we probably shoot the video in January. I'm looking to work with Jake Miller. We just reached out to his people. So if y'all know Jake Miller, he just signed Warner Brothers. He's doing real good right now. So just look forward to those things. Wale, mostly.
And touring with King Los, Rocky Fresh, Saturday School Nationwide, and now the MGK Across Canada,
Right.
Ragin' Reindeer Tour. The best tour and the largest crowd you've ever rocked.
I don't like to, I don't know, sometimes you gotta be careful with what you say, But I was with the best. But of course, it might sound egotistical, but I would say it was probably mine because it's different when you're going to perform for people who showed up particularly for you, only for you. So those people came and have the crowd, or 75% of the crowd, they have stories about how your music impacted them. So when you're doing your own shows and there's people showing up where you've inspired them to be better, and you've helped them through hard times, the shows just have a certain energy and a magic about it. So my tours are definitely the most fun for me. But it's also fun doing a tour like this where I'm showing up, and it's in Canada too, so I'm showing up and half the people don't know me. So it's like back to day one, square one, where you're performing and you're just trying to win the people over. You're trying to leave a lasting memory so they can go look you up after the show and look into your music and maybe become a fan. So I like them both. Yeah.
And your best hip-hop memory you've been part of or contributed to?
My best one. It's my best one. So many. I can name a few. We just did something real special. My last concert with Kid Ink, me, Derek Lou, manager Danny, DJ Young One. We flew 6 fans out to the concert, all from different states. And, they just had to do a simple contest online, little trivial things, just to make sure they were real fans. And we flew them all out, and they got to fly out. Them and a friend got to fly out, and they got to come to the concert. We put them in a hotel, took them to dinner, took them shopping. And they got to meet me and Kid Ink front row at the concert. That was special to me because I seen how important that was to those people. A lot of my fans are from like smaller towns, rural areas. So half of them never even been outside of, their city. So for them to experience something like that, you're around a city environment, you're getting to meet rappers that you only get to see on TV or on the internet, and you're getting to kick it with them. We taking you to dinner. It's just, I seen how much that meant to them, and that was really special for me. So that's probably definitely at least amongst the top 5.
And you have anything to say to Canada?
Yeah, I'm loving Canada so far. It's a challenge to me, so remember this, maybe like 2 years from now, and I'm up here, Lord be willing, we can go back to this. I'm telling y'all right now, it's a great challenge for me. Yesterday was so much fun, but it was a different experience for me because I'm used to coming out and it's, 500 to 1,000 people that's there for me. And they already understand me, understand my music, understand everything about Fly America. And yesterday, I came out there, I probably only had like 20 fans in the crowd, and everybody else was there for MGK. So I'm there really trying to focus on winning these people over and prove myself. And it's a great experience. I love it.
And you have any shouts?
Yeah, shout out to my team. Derek Lil, DJ Young One, Jay Terriani, Jay Q's, Luke Koo, Matt Slavin. Shout out to my people. Shout out to my homies from Funk Volume, Dizzy Wright, all of them. Dang, my people.
And shouts to Fly America for the amazing hospitality out here on Vancouver Island. And Mark Battles, and Danny, and Derek Lou, and the whole clan. And this is the Archivist, and you already know the name, y'all.
Let's do it. Battles, what's up? 3's up.